Hello my love and welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, I am Kay, an astrologer, numerologist and spiritual witch here on YouTube. Listen, if you've been attracted to this video, take this as your confirmation from your own spirit guides and angels that you were meant to receive it. Check out the new book by me also, Make It Happen, How to Manifest Anything. The link is in the description box below. Let's get into your video. Hello Libra and welcome back to the channel. I do hope you've had a wonderful month of October. Welcome to your November horoscope for what I see for this sign. I see a lot of energy around your personal finances actually. It looks like a very financially charged month for you, and also towards the end some energy around your extended family and where you currently live. And also this month we're going to have a blessing from the universe with Jupiter turning direct, and so each sun sign has an area of their life which will be hopefully blessed by Jupiter. So stay tuned and I'll let you know exactly where that is for your sign. So as we start the month, what we've got here on the screen is the chart for the full moon and how it's going to look. But before we actually get to the full moon, which is going to be on the 8th of November at around 11:03 a.m. This is GMT time, my local time. The sun will actually be in the sign of Scorpio. So if we look on the screen where we've got the arrow and number 1 circled in black, we've got the sun at 16 degrees of Scorpio. Now for you Libra, this is going to be vibrating around your personal finance, and this is why I feel that November could be a very financially charged month for you. But because it's the sun, and the sun is about health, growth and vitality, and generally he brings positivity, it could be that for some Libras your personal finance really does pick up. Now the other things that are covered in the second house are things like the body and what you value as a person, or what you see to be of value in life, as well as your personal values that you hold as a person, so like your morals and your ethics. So as we start the month of November, this is all looking very good. Personal finance, this could be picking up for you, and by the time we actually get to the full moon on the 8th, this is where things are going to slightly shift. Because if we look down on the bottom of the screen where we've got number 2 and a line here, we've got some energies circled in black. In the middle, we actually have the moon. She's here at 16 degrees of the sign Taurus. This is when the new moon will happen, and opposite her, we've got up at the top the sun at 16 degrees of the sign Scorpio. This is what gives us the full moon, when you've got the sun and the moon in two opposite energies at the same degree. Now the full moon for you is actually going to be happening in your other financial house, which is known as the 8th house. And this is not any full moon, this is another eclipse we're having. So we're having a lunar eclipse this month, whereas last month, if you were here and you heard your horoscope for Libra for October, you might remember me talking to you about the solar eclipse that we had then. So this month, rather than the energy with this eclipse being about closure, release, letting things go, or maybe even something coming to an end in life, this month is more about direction, blessings, opportunities, and where we should be going. And I say this because the kind of eclipse is happening by the North Node. So on the screen, back down where we have number 2, and we've got the energy circled in black, where the moon is in the middle, just to the left of her, the green symbol here, this is a representation of the North Node. So it's a North Node eclipse. Now where this is happening for you in your area of shared life, this does cover things like debts, taxes, property that you might share or own with other people, and it's anything that we share. So it's even shared time, shared desires that you have with people and how you allocate your time to them. And this is the house of transformation. We call it like the death and rebirth cycle. So it's where things die off and things come back to life, or where we have some kind of transformation. So I see that the full moon for Libra could be very transformational for you financially. This could be to do with, of course, things like debts, taxes, things that you owe, or just generally your personal finance and your wealth, and something comes to you. But we mustn't forget that this is about transformation as well. So for some of you, for Libra, it could be that you experience some kind of transformation in your life. It could be with a situation, a person, a place, or thing, with anything that you've been hoping to transform. If you are someone who has been hoping to transform something in your life, now could be a perfect time to work on it and actually try to get that done, because this full moon energy largely for your sign is happening in that part of transformation. If you were to work with the universe, do your manifestations, take whatever steps it is that you need to take to help to transform any situation, person, place or thing in your life that you wish to do. This full moon, I would say for Libra, could be it. When we have this full moon, we're going to have two other things happen around it. So the first one is that we're going to have the moon form a conjunction with the planet Uranus. And if we look on the screen, we can see circled in orange down the bottom by number 2, we've got the moon in the middle. To the right of her, that's where we've got the planet Uranus. And if you've been here before, you would have heard me always explain to you that when planets conjunct, it's basically that they are so close, sometimes very, very closely conjunct, like the moon and Uranus are, because they're at the same degree, 16 degrees, or close enough that we call it a conjunction in astrology, for them to be having a positive conversation. It's like the two energies or the two planets. If it's two planets in this context, it's two energies, because the moon is not technically a planet, but Uranus is. So we'll call them energies. They're having a conversation, they're closely conjunct, and they're thinking like, how can we work together to support people in the universe? And we take the message as one. So if the moon is a representation of how we feel and our emotions, and Uranus is the planet that causes unexpected change, obviously this is an unexpected emotional reaction or an emotional feeling towards something in life. And for Libra, where this full moon is actually happening in your house of what you share in life, your finances that are shared, your time that's shared, and your desires that are shared, and also your house of transformation. For some of you, you could have a positive, I want to say, emotional reaction or an emotional experience that causes some kind of unexpected change that puts you in a new direction in something in your life, whether it's your finances, or whether it is an area of your life that transforms, or whether it's another part of your life, depending how it resonates for you. This could well be the energy that vibrates for Libra. Now, the second thing that's happening, if we look over the other side of the chart, we're going to have the moon this time form an opposition with two other planets, and an opposition is very different energy, with the planet Venus, which is circled to the left of the sun, the purple symbol, and also Mercury, which is circled to the right of the sun, which is the turquoise symbol. So first of all, an opposition is tension, basically. But it's not always bad tension, depending on the type of astrology that you're doing. And in this context around the full moon, for me, I often take it as decision making, because during a full moon, it's very likely that you're going to have a lot of planets form oppositions anyway, because that's how you get a full moon. So what I'm seeing here is that for all of us, but for Libra, how it vibrates for you is that around the full moon, or this time, sometime this month, you may need to make a decision over something that you have been thinking about. And this is because we've got Mercury involved. So it could be, you know, a situation, person, place or thing, or it could be to do with any short trips that you've been thinking of making, anything to do with IT, or it could be over any communication that you've had, because these are the things that Mercury would represent. And the second thing, where the moon is forming the same opposition with the planet Venus, which represents love, money, art, beauty, and everything that we desire or what we want. She will connect us to what we want. It could be for Libra that you need to make a decision over what it is that you desire, what it is that you want in life. And these energies are going to be in your second house, which is your personal finance. So for you, Libra, what have you been thinking about when it comes to your money and your personal finance, or what it is that you call of value in life, or whatever values that you have? What is it that you've been desiring when it comes to money, when it comes to your wealth, when it comes to your body also, because the body comes in the second house. We can't forget that. So whatever you've maybe been thinking about your body, as well as what you value in your finance, this full moon could be urging you to make some kind of decision and maybe act accordingly, or act in the best way that you feel guided to. So as we progress through the month and we've gone through the full moon and we finally get to the new moon, we're going to have a different energy for the sign of Libra. The new moon is going to happen around the 23rd of November at 10:58 p.m. This is GMT again, my local time. So it could be the same day for you or the day before, depending where you are in the world. But it will happen when the sun and the moon are both at 1 degree of the sign Sagittarius, because it's a Sagittarius new moon. So on the screen here, we've got down the bottom circled in orange, we've got the sun and the moon, both at 1 degree of the sign Sagittarius, giving us the new moon. And for you, Libra, this is where I spoke to you about, or I mentioned that your extended family come into your horoscope this month, because this new moon is going to fall around your 3rd house. And when we talk about extended family, this is people like cousins, aunts, you know, it's not like your brother, your sister, your mum, your dad, or your immediate family, or even your children. These are people that are part of our family that are not immediate or not intimate family members. It can also include people that are not even blood related, but we're so close to them and we might consider them as family, but they're not blood related. So new moons are about new energies, starting new cycles, going in new directions. It's a real chance to move in a new direction, let's say, to what you have been doing or where you wish to go. So it could be with your family, your extended family. If there's something you wish to do with them, this could be a good time. But the 3rd house also covers things like your thoughts, where you live, and your neighborhood. So what I'm seeing here is that if there are Libras who have been thinking about where they live or their neighborhood, or maybe starting afresh with this new moon could be supporting you with that action if you want to. The 3rd house also covers our education and communication that we've had or we are having with other situations, people, places and things. And also it covers our thoughts as well, our mental energy. So around the new moon, these parts of your life are key for you, Libra, and it's a perfect time to be dealing with these parts of your life, or maybe even be manifesting in these parts of your life, because the new moon is supporting you. Now, one key thing that's going to be happening this new moon, which brings us to this window of opportunity and this blessing that I mentioned to you that the universe is giving us all from the planet Jupiter, is that finally Jupiter, which is circled in orange by the number 2, he will be turning direct around this new moon. Finally, he's been retrograding for all of 2022 and then he's been direct at some point. And I've spoken a lot about Jupiter and what he's been doing this year, and it is because he is the planet that brings luck, fortune and prosperity. Wherever he sits in a chart, whatever he blesses, whatever he aspects with, his job is to bring good luck and fortune. Now for you, Libra, when he turns direct, he is going to be turning direct under the sign of Pisces, and it's going to be to do with your area of life of how you earn money. So before we get deep into that prediction and what I see your blessing as, just know that around this new moon, when he turns direct and he forms that positive, harmonious trine that he's going to make with the new moon here, so he's up by number 2 and down by number 1 we've got the new moon. These energies will be forming a positive trine, which is perfect harmony. For you, Libra, it is around your extended family and everything I mentioned, but also your ability to earn money, your 6th house. The 6th house also covers things like services that we provide to other people or how we help other people. It covers our physical health again, so your body is coming up a lot in this horoscope. It comes up in your 2nd house and it also comes up in your 6th house. But how it changes is that it goes from your actual physical body to your actual physical health. But the 6th house, does cover physical health as well. The 6th house will cover things like disputes that we have with other people, and it also covers our pets as well. If you're a pet owner, your pets would come here. So let's take a look at the blessings. So as we close out the year 2022 for Libra, this is how the universe is going to look on the day that Jupiter turns direct. So he's going to turn direct on the same day as the new moon, on the 23rd of November, but he's going to turn direct slightly later at around 11:02 p.m. Now here he is up by number 1, circled in orange, and as I mentioned to you, he's going to turn direct. He's going to move and shift from where he is for Libra, and he's going to drop down for your chart where the arrow is that is red, your 6th house. So your blessings as we close out 2022 could be around how you earn money. Keep in mind, we would have just had an eclipse as well, which is about directions and opportunities, and a North Node eclipse. So what I'm seeing here is that if there are Libras out there who really wish to focus on a side hustle, who really wish to focus on their sources of income and how they generate it, or what they do for it, or gaining more of it, whatever it is that you may want, Libra, but it is to do with how money comes to you. This aspect here, when Jupiter turns direct as we close out the month, could help support you with that, and it could bring you a lot of blessings in this part of your life. Now, as Jupiter turns direct from where he is up there by number 1, he will also be forming not only that harmonious trine with the new moon that I mentioned, he will be forming a slightly harmonious, you could say, sextile to the planet Pluto. So Pluto is circled down here in red on the screen where the arrow is. And Pluto is the planet that will bring transformation and change. Largely, that is his job. And so he is under the sign of Capricorn. And for you, Libra, he will shift from where he is and go down to basically where the new moon is going to be, where the arrow and number, well, there's no number there. Sorry, where the arrow is, that's green. He is going to shift down to your 4th house. Yeah, so he's going to change for the Libra chart. So what I'm seeing here is that this area of life that Pluto is going to be in, this is to do with your home life, your private life, things that have happened in the recent past, your foundations, and what you call secure. So I'm seeing at the end of the year, as part of your blessings from Jupiter with how you earn money, there could be some very positive energy around your home life and your family, what goes on in your home and the recent past events, things that you call secure, and generally your foundations in life. The mother figure also comes in this house as well. So this would be females that we see as maternal figures. So any positive females that you have in your life would come here in the 4th house as well. So when I talk to you as well about your private life, what I mean specifically is, in this part of a chart, it's not things that we put on social media, and it's not things that we share with other people. These are things that we might want to keep to ourselves because they are quite private. So you could be experiencing some transformation with this in whatever way it resonates for you. Now, all year, if you've been here this year predominantly, you would know that I've done quite a few videos on Jupiter and why this year has really been a year to focus and follow Jupiter. And it is because of the kind of planet that he is, because he brings us luck and fortune, of course, but mainly because this is the year that Jupiter was due to enter Pisces. And Pisces is the sign that will elevate Jupiter. So every planet has a sign that will make it weaker and also make it very strong, and Pisces happens to be the sign for Jupiter. For 2022, for a lot of us, if we have been working in alignment with the universe and doing things kind of as much as we can, bearing in mind around when we have, you could say, these positive energies show up in the universe, then that's a way that we should have been able to create our own abundance, luck and wealth, or whatever it is that we desire. Now, why I am focusing in so much on this whole Jupiter and Pisces thing is because we are not going to see Jupiter in Pisces until the year 2033. That is a long time away. It's a long time away. And this is because this is a planet that moves so slowly. He takes, at least a year, you could say, to get through each of the signs of the zodiac. And not only that, Jupiter is often a planet that would retrograde as well. And when he retrogrades and goes backwards for a sign, he can do it for a long time. So he's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth through the zodiac, which is good in a way, because he's able then to bless different parts of our life for quite a good and long period of time, depending on how long he's direct or how long he's retrograde. But at this moment in time, when he turns direct on the 23rd of November, he's going to shift out of Pisces just before Christmas. So on the 20th of December, this is when he is likely to retrograde back into another sign. So we won't have him in Pisces anymore, yeah? So we've got a window of opportunity, if you like, Libra, to really focus on how it is that you earn money, to create your opportunities around this, and also to create whatever it is that you feel like you wish to create when it comes to your home, your private life, your foundation, and anything that has happened in the recent past, or any maternal figures that you have in your life. You've got that window. So that is pretty much it for you, Libra. This is what I see for you this month. It's quite a short horoscope, and I've been saying this to all the signs, and it is largely because some months you don't have a lot going on in the universe, like we didn't have a lot going on in October, but what we have had in both October and November are two very different eclipses that will shake up life. And we've also got some key things happening, like Jupiter's movement as well, which has happened across both months to give us some kind of direction in what's going on in the universe and how best we can navigate life. So my only intention was that there was something here helpful to help you or help you on your journey. So please do give the video a like if so. If you are new here, then why not subscribe? I would love to see you here again and give you another Libra reading. And if you're someone who has come back before and you've been here, then thank you so much, Libra. Thank you for your support. So enjoy November, enjoy the new and full moon, and do check out the new and full moon guided affirmations and card readings and everything that will come out for around the 8th and the 23rd. The videos might just pop up here as I'm speaking, but if they don't, they will come out around the new and the full moon. Enjoy November, and I will see you in December for your final reading for this year. So have a wonderful month.